We have got a very interesting tag team matchup about to be underway now. We have seen the Warden and Jimmy Wild assisting each other over the last couple of months here in Athens. Jimmy Wild turning his back on the fans after another disappointing loss to Vari Morales.
Can't hear y'all. Y'all ain't loud enough today. Y'all gonna get a little louder for me now. Woo!
And now tonight, the Warden and Wild are taking on two hot up-and-comers here at Monday Nightmare, Sid Ellington and Matt Trujillo.
Let's go. How we doing?
Wild and Warden only recently have started teaming together. Ellington and Trujillo, to my knowledge, this is the first time that they will be standing on the same side of the ring together. So there's a slight advantage in that aspect to Warden and Wild, but the biggest advantage to talk about here is going to be the experience advantage. Warden and Wild have been in professional wrestling for a few years now, as referee Luis Santiago calls for the bell. Ellington and Trujillo, both just a handful of months into their careers. Neither one has had very many matches, let alone tag team matches. And that is going to be something that the Warden is definitely going to use to his advantage, including, as we're seeing right now, the size and strength advantage that he carries into almost every contest that he's in. Warden shooting Ellington into the ropes. Ellington ducks the line, ducks another one. Ellington goes up for a crossbody, but gets caught by the Warden. Warden goes for the long dart into that top turnbuckle, but Ellington out of it, goes for the reversal, but just getting pushed off there for the Warden, but the drop kick sends the Warden into the corner, and now Jimmy Wild with the blind tag. Arm drag for Wild from Ellington. And a second one. Ellington is on fire in the early moments of this match. And then with that wrist control, goes over to his corner to get the tag into Trujillo. Ellington proving to be wise beyond his years here. Reverse atomic drop. And then Ellington with the sling blade. Great tag team offense as Trujillo now goes for the cover. Hooks the leg of Wild, but just a 2 count. Irish whip from Trujillo. Drops down, tries to trip up Wild, but can't get him. Hip toss from Trujillo. Off the ropes for Trujillo, and the big shoulder tackle just dropping Jimmy Wild, and Trujillo in for another cover and another 2 count. You see the Warden beginning to pace on the apron, very close to getting in the ring to make sure that Wild was able to kick out. As Trujillo once again tagging Ellington back into the match, and Ellington climbs up to the top rope and drops the double axe handle right against the arm of Jimmy Wild. Sid Ellington, who very quickly became a fan favorite here in Wrestling at Southern. The Warden tags in on the boot. I'm not sure that counts as a legal tag, and I'm sure that's what the referee is telling Warden right now. Now Ellington sent into the opposite corner, and now an official tag is made, and the Warden is right back into this match. Those huge shoulder tackles almost breaking Ellington in half. Oh, and just pulling Ellington out of the corner by his nose is the Warden. Warden with a huge shot, dropping Ellington to the mat. And all of these cheers from the crowd are just going to get the Warden more fired up as Ellington tries to fire off shots in the midsection, but to no avail. Tag is made once again. Jimmy Wild back in the match. These fans still showing their displeasure with Jimmy Wild after turning his back on them. Wild hooks the leg of Ellington, but Ellington out at 2. You can see Ellington definitely looking to be worse for wear in this matchup. Needs to do everything he can to get back to his corner and tag Trujillo back into this match. It's Jimmy Wild now just laying the boots to Sid Ellington in the corner. Snapmare from Wild. Wild's got mine here, goes off the ropes, comes in for the penalty kick, but out of the way. Ellington rolls up Wild. Another 2 count, but huge clothesline drops Ellington once again. Wild hooking the leg. The Warden tagged back into this match. Big shot right to the ribs of Ellington. Warden, big vertical suplex there to Ellington, and once again floats over for the cover. Outside leg is hooked, and another 2 count. Sid Ellington is having to fight harder and harder to kick out of these pinning predicaments. And Warden is well aware of that now, trying to wear down the younger competitor. Ellington goes for the jawbreaker and gets it, but Warden falling right back into Jimmy Wild. Wild in for the tag, and Wild catching Ellington before he can make it to Trujillo. But wait, Wild gets kicked into Warden. Trujillo tagged back into the match. Big clothesline from Trujillo. Didn't get all of that, but maybe it was enough as Wild is reeling. Kick to the midsection. He's got him up, double underhook DDT from Trujillo. He hooks the outside leg, but Warden's in to break it up just in time. And Trujillo dropping Warden face first into the mat. Goes for a shot to Wild, but Wild had it scouted. Goes for the Blue Thunder Bomb. But now turning his attention to Ellington. Ellington floats over for the big DDT on the Wild. Ellington gets caught by Warden. And Warden just dropping Ellington. That big ending style maneuver. Throws Ellington to the outside, but Ellington catches a whole lot of rope on the way to the floor. And now the Warden just going to work on Trujillo off the ropes for Wild, and Wild takes him down with that huge leg lariat. Hooks the leg, and that is all she wrote for the team of Sid Ellington and Matt Trujillo.
And your winners, the team of Wrestling's Warden and Jimmy Wild.
Warden and Wild proving to be one of the dominant up-and-coming teams here on Monday Nightmares. We had a really great example of that there as Ellington now in the ring to check on Trujillo. Oh, but what's this? Blackwell sliding back into the ring. And Blackwell laying a shot to Sid Ellington. Big spinning side slam there from Blackwell. Blackwell has had his problems with Ellington. Ellington picking up a huge victory against Blackwell very recently here on Monday Nightmares. These two are 1-1 here in Athens. And if you ask me, folks, I think that this means that Blackwell wants to have that rubber match.